When it first opened 75 years ago, Merrimack was one of the first co-ed colleges. Although majors open to women were limited at first, as time went on and things such as gender roles began to change the way that people viewed women's roles in society, women slowly but surely started to become an integral part of the Merrimack College community. Although relatively new within the past 15 to 20 years, the communications department is a staple of the liberal arts department, made up of 6 powerful women, 5 of whom I got to interview.
I think over the time that the field has existed, things have changed a lot. And so that makes a huge difference. And so when I was in my master's program, I really looked up to, and actually still look up to, my master's advisor, Dr. Sarah Hayden. And then as I moved into my PhD program, I found other scholars within the field, a lot of who have worked for and published in, women's studies and communication. The field of communication has a long way to go in terms, well, actually academia in general has a long way to go in terms of actual concrete diversity and inclusion. I think we're really good at saying all the right buzzwords, but I think that we really struggle at actually finding a way to show support, actually act on being supportive.
I'm lucky because I entered the field of communication and media when it was already really welcoming to women and other gender non-conforming folks, and I think it's only gotten better since then. So I'm really grateful to a lot of the feminist media scholars in particular who made the study of gender, the study of race, ethnicity, class, all those things relevant to communication and media. So I think it's changed for the better, but it was already pretty good when I started. So a personal mentor of mine was Elena Levine. She was an undergraduate professor of mine who recruited me into going to grad school. She was a feminist media studies scholar. And then other scholars like Beretta Smith-Shamade, Bell Hooks. I hope for continued improvement, especially as we continue to question the category of woman. So making it the field even more inclusive for people who are non-binary or who are more fluid in their gender identities. I think we still have a lot of work to do in really examining what womanhood means in relation to the field of communication and media.
I consider myself pretty lucky. So I stumbled into communication around 2012 when I worked at Merrimack's Writing Center, and at that time it was run by 2 amazing women, Kathy Kane and Catherine Nielsen. So once I ended up in communication and media, this department was primarily women too. So the only communication world I've ever known has been primarily dominated by women, for a lack of a better term. Yeah, absolutely. So in terms of undergrad, I would say on a personal level, Catherine Nielsen and Kathy Kane, who were in the Writing Center, they're very well known in terms of written communication and their scholarly work when it comes to that. I also tend to like broadcast news and sports media, so Erin Andrews is a huge one for me. She's a sideline reporter. And then I would say for a historical figure, Gloria Steinem, who's a renowned feminist. I hope that women can continue to dominate. It's great to be in a department where there's so many women who come from so many different backgrounds and bring this really strong research agenda and teaching agenda, and that we all kind of meet in the middle and converge our interests. And it's great to have the support of our 3 male colleagues. So I hope for other people that they're as lucky as I am.